Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another round in this IIRL Season 11. Good evening, Jack. He's done his requesting, is on board of me. That is always lovely to see. Welcome back. It is round 6 of 82 we are back with. It is the Canadian Grand Prix, and for some reason the session is starting in 0 seconds, but we are back with 82. It is Canada. It is going to be a short qualifying for you today. We have 15 lovely drivers for you today, and I say we, however, I am currently on my own. Willow is not currently here, so we are going to be on my own for right now. We have 15 lovely drivers to each other. We have that guy in the McLaren, Padge in the Aston Martin, Shawarma making his debut in the Williams, Mink is back in the Mercedes, Rella in the Red Bull, making, I believe, his 82 debut. Shermanator is in the McLaren. Steely P2 in the Drivers' Championship is in the Ferrari. Leanshow is the first out on track in the Haas. MC Squad is in the Red Bull. He is here as well. Alex is on a new wheel this week, so he's looking for an improved result. Our championship leader, Jack, is currently coming out on track now. He's in the Aston Martin. Dton is in the RB. FFinsicc is in the Sauber. Mark is in the Alpine, and KMK is in the Mercedes. Good evening, Jensen. Unfortunately, you cannot join because we was based on the TT times at the start of the season, so you are not eligible for 82. However, that guy is. But anyway, back to the action on track. It is going to be Leanshow that starts the first lap of this qualifying session. He is looking to get an improved result this week, so we'll see what he can do in his first lap. As last week I believe he missed last week in Barcelona, actually, so unfortunate for him. He goes through turn 1 and 2. Now, we don't know what the weather is for the session yet, so hopefully we can get one of the weathermen in, the weather people, I should say. But Leanshow going through the first sector now. He starts us off with a 19.6. Good evening, Dton. I hope you are very, very well, my friend. Yeah, I hope you have a good race as well, and we hope that the chaos of Baku will not ensue, but realistically we have to think that there is a good possibility. Congratulations, Jack, on reaching a 75 stream streak, and he's saying it is dry. This is the first dry Baku of the week, as in no assist on Tuesday and 81 on assist tier 1 on Thursday. They both had a bit of wet weather sprinkled. But Leanshow going through sector 3 at the moment. It's basically just two big long straights. Goes through the right and the left hander of, doesn't hit the wall, so good for him. He starts us off with a 10 flat. So we go next with I believe that next person to finish the lap will be MC Squad. He starts his lap with a 10-1. Yellow flag, that is for an Aston Martin, which I believe is Jack. He has invalidated his run. Did I say Baku? Well, welcome to 82 Chaos. It is dry Canada. I'm still in Baku land, I guess, at the moment. Next up to finish up is the debutant Shawarma. Let's see what he can do. Maybe it looks like he's going to start a lap instead. So, yeah, it looks like he's doing a double run. So we'll sit on board with Shawarma for now on his debut. Shermanator goes P3. Mark across the line next. Goes P4 with an 11.3 flat. An 11.3 on the dot, even. Shawarma setting a lap time 9/10 quicker and his previous best. Yellow flag in sector 1, that's just drivers letting through. Shawarma now through the first DRS straight of the track. He's looking very, very good out there as it currently stands. It's 2.7 seconds up on his previous best lap time, as the traffic is going to be flicking fast. It is a short qualifying session for tonight, so they will have the drivers will have 2, maybe 3 runs, depending how many sets of softs they want to use. And going through the final corner now, bit of smoke coming from Shawarma, but he comes to the line now. It's looking to be a very good lap from him on his debut. Keeps himself P7, but it's a very big improvement for him as he goes slightly deep, as Mink goes 2 tenths behind him. Next up to start a lap is going to be Alex, but that is going to be also Padge finishing a lap. Of course, Padge, we all know him. He's an icon of IIRL. He puts himself P5 with Padge goes. He puts himself in that the very big gaggle of cars. So that's a very good start there from Padge. That guy will be starting a lap now. Coming to finish. Next driver to finish a lap will be... I think it'd be... Yeah, it's gonna be Alex, I believe. So we'll sit on board with Alex with his new kit. He is using that lovely, nice black livery for the Williams team tonight. Let's see what he can do. It's looking like a very solid start to the for middle of the lap, as someone has gone straight on at turn 3. That's Jack. Jack has gone straight on at turn 3. Don't know what happened to him. He's just gone straight on. Alex will come to the line now. He's taking the wider line, as Jack has unfortunately left the session. Alex puts himself P5, so it's a great start to qualifying for Alex. That new kit seeming to be very handy, as FFinsicc goes P4, looking to continue his form. That guy now will come to the line and put himself on pole by 3 tenths of a second. That is very, very good from that guy. He is looking very, very strong today. Dton is going to be the next driver, as he doesn't hit the wall. But let's see what Dton can produce. It's looking to be a good lap time from Dton. Goes 11th. There's always room to improvement, as we all say. Next up to the line is going to be Mink. He hasn't got much battery left to play with, and he's invalidated at the final call. That's very unfortunate for Mink. It's not what he would have wanted. Jack, no worries. Just let me know when you're back online and we'll get you an invitation. Jack having unfortunate issues with his car and software. The KMK is going to be next starting a run, so we'll see what he can produce. Of course, he's invalidated straight away. It's very unfortunate for KMK. Of course, having a few podiums this season as well. I can remember the one he got in Vegas being quite prominent. And there you are, Jack. There is your invite back into the paddock. As now it's going to be the struggle of trying to figure out who is on a run. As I believe it is going to be MC Squad, who seems to be on a lap at the moment, looking to improve and try and get even closer to that guy. See what he can produce. Down the back straight now. He's used a lot of his battery, and he'll go over the chicane at the end of his lap. Goes wider line. And it will be P2. He's 2 tenths off that guy after a purple sector 3 lap time. Leanshow will be starting a lap now, along with a load of other drivers. So we'll see what they can produce. KMK will probably start another lap as well. So the times are coming in quick and flicking fast, or depending what metaphor you would like to use. Leanshow is a 10th down on his previous best lap time, so it's not looking improving. As that guy has improved even more. That guy is flying tonight. He is looking very, very strong. He had a very, very strong performance on Thursday in 81 where he reserved. So he is looking extra mighty today. It's looking to be a good start for the McLaren team. There's Dton coming to the end of his second lap now as well. He goes P9. He's currently very, very close with Padge and Alex and Rella, all fighting out for P6 as it currently stands. Leanshow improving to a 9.8 as well. Next up would have been KMK, but he is unfortunately invalidated again, so it's KMK looking maybe struggling for track limits. Mark is currently 3/10 up on his previous best lap time, so we'll stick on board with Mark for now, and we'll see what improvements can be made to his time. Looking very, very good. We'll have a little bit of an on board with him as a yellow flag behind him, but nothing to be ashamed of, nothing too important. A bit of a mistake there, but nothing too shabby. Steely, of course, is P2 in the Drivers' Championship. He has gone P2. He's 2/10 off that guy. As Mark will now come to the line. He goes P11. P11 for Mark. Jack is back out on track as well, so we'll see what the championship leader can do in this session. Oh, very, very nice over the curbs there. Of course, we do have unfortunate news about Jack's result from last week in Spain, which I will give you during the 5-minute break. We'll do our little championship rundown and penalties from last week's race as well. So we'll do all that in the 5-minute break as Jack comes over the final curbs. Doesn't invalidate. It's a very good start there for Jack. End to the lap for Jack, and he goes P4. He's P4, 3/10 off that guy. FFinsicc is also starting a lap as well, so we'll see how he can improve from his 10.3. It's looking good so far. We'll see what he can do in the Sector 1 split. It's a 19.6, so he's just slightly down on his previous best lap time. Of course, FFinsicc was P2 in our first round of the season in Brazil, as I'm not 100% sure who improved there, but I think it was Mink. Mink has improved up to P10. He's put himself in that section of cars. FFinsicc has improved, so he has got now a 10th up on his previous best lap time, as that is Jack letting him through very, very nicely. Of course, Jack knows that FFinsicc will be one of his probably rivals in this race, but he doesn't want to give any sort of a tactical advantage. And this is P2. FFinsicc puts himself a 10th off that guy. That's a great lap there from FFinsicc. He will be searching and searching for that coveted pole position that he will so desperately want. Next up to the line is going to be Mink. Actually, unless he comes into the pit lane, which will be... He is coming to the pit lane, which means next to finish that will be MC Squad. He's invalidated on the final corner. No! That is so unfortunate for MC Squad there, as we've got more drivers coming out of the pit lanes. Alex will be starting a lap now, so we'll have another lap on board with Alex to see how his new equipment treats him. A little upgrade from the Williams teams, if you will. The Williams team, in fact, has he got damage? So that's an end plate missing from Alex's car, so he might struggle a bit here with his turning. But we'll have to wait. We'll see what he can do. Fresh tyres might help him in the track. He is improving very slightly, so the damage doesn't seem to be affecting him too badly as it currently stands. That guy now coming out. That guy is currently known in IIRL for doing his lap before the timer finishes, so we'll see what he can do. He won't have the best track conditions, but it doesn't. Will he let that stop him? We'll have to wait and see. As Alex now, oh, he invalidated somewhere. I missed that. Apologies for that. Alex has invalidated his lap time, so he will come into the pit lane. Maybe he thought that the damage was just enough and he weren't improving, so maybe an invalidation was the least of his worries. Padge is on the left. He's currently a quarter of a second. Is that a quarter? Yeah, that's a quarter of a tenth down on his previous best. He now enters the turn 8-9 chicane and comes up to the hairpin at turn 10. And coming down the back straight now, he's looking to improve. Of course, Padge doesn't really like to qualify a lot, so this is a bit unorthodox from Padge. So let's see what he can produce. As he comes to the line now, it's looking to be a solid lap time for Padge. Puts him P3. He's a tenth off that guy. That's a great lap there from Padge. Next up to finish a lap, I believe is going to be... It might actually be that guy. It is not going to be. It's going to be Shermanator, his teammate. Shermanator starting a lap. That's a bit of a head game there. But that guy is next. It will be his final race. He's invalidated! No! That guy has invalidated, so he will not be able to improve. Next up to start a lap will be Shawarma. But KMK is going to be the next driver to finish lap. He's 7 seconds up on his previous best lap time, which granted wasn't the best situation for him considering that he invalidated. So we'll see what he can produce. And he goes through the final corner now. It's very bumpy over the curbs. Coming to the line now, KMK will put himself P4. So he'll be a minimum start of P4. Next up will be Padge, but he's coming into the pit lane. So that means next up there's a gaggle of cars trying to finish a lap. And I believe FFinsicc, there's a bit of damage there for someone. We'll figure out who that was as we try and figure out who is starting where. But Mink comes to the end of his lap time. It's not an improvement, unfortunately, for him. A gaggle of cars will be starting laps now. Mark will be coming to the line. So this will be Mark's final attempt as FFinsicc is out, so FFinsicc might have been the one with damage. That is not what FFinsicc would have wanted in his quest for pole. Shermanator was 4/10 up, but has invalidated. Shawarma is going to be starting his final lap now as well, which means that that's not Rella, that's Dton. So Dton will be the final. Dton's missed the line. No, Dton. That is so unfortunate. Mink has invalidated. KMK is not on a lap, which means your next driver to the line is going to be Rella. So Rella will be the next person to finish a lap. He's getting a lovely toe, but has he backed off? Rella's backed off, which allows Steely's invalidated, so he won't be improving. Leanshow is up next. He invalidated. Who's next? Jack goes pole. Jack takes pole at the final moment. Shermanator has invalidated as well. Mark is coming into the pit lane. And Shawarma is the only driver left to finish that because Dton invalidated earlier on. And Dton missed the line, so Shawarma will be the last driver to the line, and he goes P10. So that is a pole position for Jack. where he wants to be after his result last week, which of course we will go into the championship standings in the 5-minute break. But that was a lovely qualifying there. That was a lovely qualifying, and but that is the end of your qualifying. It is Jack P1, that guy P2, FFinsicc P3. There's Padge P4, Kenko P5, Steely P6, Leanshow P7, McSquat, MC Squad P8, Rella P9, Shawarma P10, Alex P11, Mink P12, Dton P13, Mark P14, and sorry, I don't mean no, who was P15. But that now we enter your 5-minute break, where we can talk about the championship standings. So Dton saying he just needs 1 more second. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but we'll see who was P15 actually. It was Shermanator, as Rella has unfortunately left the session, so that is not good for him. But current standings in the championship. So last week's race in Spain was not a very good week for Mr. Jack, our championship leader. He was P8 across the line, but did get a 5-second penalty post-race for forcing a driver off the track. So that result has pushed him down to P10. And what that means for the Drivers' Championship, it means that the gap between Jack and Steely is now at 20. That is 17 points between Jack and Steely, with FFinsicc being 14 seconds behind that. In the Constructors' Championship, Aston Martin are leading the way as it currently stands. Ferrari with 156 points, Ferrari are P2 with 135, and Williams are P3 with 124 points. So everyone looking to make moves. Steely looking to get a good result today to push on his championship charge, which Steely hasn't been in a championship fight for a couple of seasons now. So he's been pushing and pushing and pushing to try and get back to that form that he so desperately wants. Which means that he is needing. But yeah, like we said, that qualifying is exactly what Jack wanted. It has allowed him to be pole, and he's got a buffer of 5 cars between himself and Steely. So his Jack will be most worried about that guy who is P2. Of course, Alex on his new equipment almost getting into the top 10. And good qualifyings from FFinsicc. Padge as well, getting a very good qualifying. So everyone looking out there. Of course, it is 82, so there is always going to be a bit of chaos and skewed in this. There is going to be some overtakes. There is going to be probably a couple of safety cars. Of course, we do run on the increased safety car setting this season, so anything is possible. Absolutely anything. Do not write out anyone or anything. Of course, we saw myself, as a matter of fact, I'll use myself as this, completely not biased, but I'll use myself as an example of me starting P11 on Thursday in 81 and getting P4 at the very end of the race. So absolutely anything can ensue. absolutely anything. So we will be going in about a minute's time. Do not go anywhere, and we do not have a red button, but if you would like to request an onboard of a driver of your choosing, then please donate your channel points, and we will I say we, I will try and give you a I will try and give you a bit of their onboards while they are racing. So we'll have to wait and see. We are almost underway for the Canadian Grand Prix. I can hear the dings in my noggin, which means that we are almost underway, and we'll get to see the strategies that the teams have elected for. And so now we find out we have got a mixed couple of strategies, everyone choosing to start on the mediums or hard. You've got Jack choosing the medium compound, you got that guy on the hard, you got FFinsicc on the mediums, Padge on the mediums, KMK on the mediums, Steely on the mediums, Leanshow on the mediums, MC Squad and Rella have chosen to be on the hard compounded tyre. Shawarma on the and Alex are on the mediums. Mink is on the mediums. Dton on the mediums. Mark on the hards, and Shermanator also on the hards. As you can see, my commentary partner Willow is in the Twitch chat. Good evening, Willow. I hope you are very well, even though you are not. No, he's just got an ad. That's very unfortunate for Willow, but it is going to be a very interesting start to the race. Yeah, Willow, at least you got the ad before the race started. Anything can happen, as Jack will now come to the line now, and hopefully he will not jump the grid box, otherwise he will be starting with that 3-meter disadvantage. He does not. Everyone else piling into their grid boxes. This is a very beautiful sight to see. Welcome back, Willow. I hope you are very, very well, and I hope you enjoyed that advert. I hope you enjoy the monetizing money. Anyway, we are back, and it is about to get underway here for the Canadian Grand Prix. As we wait, Rella has unfortunately backed out again. It's 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away they fly. It is underway as Jack looking to get a good start here, as changes already in the back. Jack getting a flying start. FFinsicc now getting through, and there's a bit of overtakes in the background, bit of chaos to say the least. There's 3 wide there. Shawarma Debut, and that is unfortunately Rella getting down the order after his disconnect. Padge getting passed by Steely, so Padge getting a good start, as Shermanator getting past Dton as well. Jack already extending his lead to 8/10. It's a great start from Jack as it currently stands. As we try and get Rella back into this race. Things are very respectful as it currently stands. Willow, don't worry about it. You're totally fine. Just stay calm. As we go back into the race, everyone is currently within DRS of each other. Jack setting the fastest lap of the race. Anyone looking for any spectacular moves? Mink can get Shawarma fighting it out for P9. Shawarma spins! Shawarma has the unfortunate case of the first spin of the race. So that is unfortunate for his debut, but like we say, it's 33 laps less, so absolutely anything is possible. As Rella is now back, luckily. And Jack has extended his lead to 1.3 seconds. So Jack is currently looking very, very good and very, very confident tonight. As that guy has had a bit of a slide going through the hairpin. We'll see if maybe even Steely can eye up a pass. Of course, DRS would have been activated this lap. But no one looking close enough to make a move yet. The only person that looks to make a move is Dton. He was looking. Dton had a look on Alex, and maybe if Alex gets a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, on lap 3. So he's probably glad to get it out of the way so we can start racing with a bit of confidence now as Dton goes for a move. Oh, that's a great send there from Dton. What a move from Dton. And for Alex, unfortunately, being caught out there. But Dton managing to make his way through in P11, try and make some more progress in this race. Go up to the front for now. FFinsicc and that guy are currently fighting out for P2 and 3. We'll see if that guy is willing to make a move. That guy on those hards is keeping with FFinsicc very, very nicely. So, it goes a bit deep again, but it might set him up very nicely. Unless the smoke is just the cars, I don't know. Anyway, back to the race at hand. Jack, Alex and Mark fighting out. Unfortunately missed out as FFinsicc has been passed by that guy. As everyone else now. It's, actually, Mink has got a bit of damage. That's very unfortunate for Mink. He's got end plate damage. We'll see how much that affects him. And fortunately, has cost him a gap to the train. Of course, MC Squad just about being at the back of that train. KMK does get his the second 3-second as wow. So in that little gaggle, KMK, Mink, Shermanator and Shawarma have all got, as Alex has now got damage. No, Alex goes back into the back of Mark and gets a little bit of more damage there coming off someone. What is happening? As Alex is now round, that is very interesting. That means that means contact between Shermanator and Shawarma. Back at the front, Steely has got past FFinsicc, so maybe FFinsicc struggling on those tyres. This is absolutely bonkers as we try and send a couple more invites to Rella just in case he is not back. As yellow flag, that is in the back, that is Alex round, that is Rella and Mark getting involved in, that is Mink comes into the pit lane for a tyre change. As I really wish the graphics team would stop telling me to communicate with the servers. Lovely. You got yellow flag, that is Shawarma. Shawarma is struggling here. He might have a bit of wing damage. That might be what's causing it, but we'll have to see how he does later on in this race. We go back to the front of the grid. That guy has caught up to Jack's DRS, so maybe those tyres are starting to go off already. So Rella has unfortunately been kicked out again, kicked out of his car, so his car will be running in ghost mode. And there's that guy now looking for a move. Dton getting past Shermanator in the battle for P9. Back up to the front. Is anyone looking for a move as it currently stands? No, they are not. Mink getting past Shawarma. Mark comes into the pit lane, so he might have got damage for the incident down the first DRS straight. As Shawarma comes into the pit lane for his first pit stop of the race and his first pit stop in the league, and he is unfortunately retired from the session. Dton getting a 3-second time penalty, so the time penalties coming flicking fast. As I'll just send Rella another invite back to the session, as Rella's AI has got past Shermanator, Jack getting passed by that guy, FFinsicc getting past KMK, and there's a whole gang of cars. Leanshow potentially looking at a move. This camera angle is awful. I will hopefully not have to fire the TV crew, but there's like a move in the back for KMK getting past FFinsicc. FFinsicc looking like he had a poor chicane. Leanshow getting past Steely into turn 1. KMK getting past FFinsicc, but they're still fighting it out. Shawarma has unfortunately left the session. He of course retired from this race. There's car round. I don't know who that is. It is Alex, I believe. Alex might have. He's got another 3-second time penalty. FFinsicc and Padge fighting it out for P6 now. FFinsicc will take the position. FFinsicc will take the position for now. As Willow, there have been so many penalties so far, and it's blind corners. It's just the track, really. The track layout is really becoming a struggle for a lot of these drivers, and I can guarantee that probably others would have got more warning. So Leanshow currently P3 in this race. He's got Steely within DRS. Steely looking as he comes into the pit lane. So Steely gets a 10-second time penalty in this race. And with this race probably being a 2-stop for most drivers, unless they're feeling really risky, it is going to be means that he will serve it. That is a big I mean the way the pit lane the way that pit lane works here anyway, as Alex comes into the pit lane here. Just a reminder that points in IRL do go to the top 15, so if the Shermanator has been overtaken by Rella in quite an unorthodox place, maybe look like Shermanator got in contact with the wall. Steely has lost a bit of his wing with their contact with Shermanator, so hopefully it doesn't affect Steely too much. He's just pitted on for new tyres as well, which is a big change for this race. We'll have to see how that affects him later on, as that is Jack coming into the pit lane. He's got pit in a lap late than Steely. So see what the undercut has done for Steely, as FFinsicc also follows him in. We'll see where Jack comes out compared to Steely. It's looking to be a good pit stop there from the Aston Martin crew. As we'll see where Steely comes out, it is going to be... Yeah, Steely with that damage has now fallen back a couple of... Is 3 seconds to Jack now between the two championship rivals. Yeah, Willow confirming that it is most likely a 2-stop race. Mark actually pitting onto the mediums after starting on the hards and getting a bit of damage early on, so his strategy has been affected by the damage. We'll maybe be hoping for a safety car at some point to bring him back into this. Back into the front of the grid for the battle of full P2. KMK is behind Leanshow as that guy gets a 3-second time penalty. Our race leader getting a 3-second time penalty at the chicane. Jack getting past Dton down the straight as well, as Padge maybe looking at making a move on KMK. If he can get close enough, it's not going to be for him yet, as that is definitely a warning for KMK there. KMK needs to be careful with his track limits here. That could be the difference here between another 3-second time penalty and staying with a 3-second time penalty only. Steely is currently in a little train right now. He's not got DRS to Rella yet, but he will hopefully be able to. He will be hoping to get there soon, as his tyres are 7 laps older than Rella's. This little train in the battle for P2 as well, with Leanshow leading. KMK does not have DRS, so Padge may potentially look at a move. These guys have taken the tyres a very long time, so we'll see how that affects their strategies later on. Will they be trying a one-stop maybe, or will they stick to a two-stop? I don't think we've seen anyone attempt a two-stop, one-stop this week, as KMK comes into the pit lane, as Willow also saying that you are not taking the hards 26 to 8 laps. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. We'll see if anyone tries it. It does look like Padge and Leanshow may be leaning, no pun intended, towards a one-stop as it currently stands. KMK has been undercutted effectively by, and that is a yellow flag. That is MC Squad. MC Squad is round at turn 3-4. So that is not what he would have wanted. Has MC Squad got damaged? We will find out when they give me a better camera. Rella fighting MC Squad. MC Squad manages to get past Rella. Rella went a bit deep into the chicane at turn 3 and 4. So these Red Bull drivers looking like they may be fighting for the most of this race. And we've also got in the battle for P11 or P12, Shermanator versus Mark. Shermanator has a 3-second time penalty, and Mark does not. But we will not count it out, as Leanshow and Padge both come in on lap 12. So they probably will, if they choose the one stop, they will have to take those tyres 23 laps. As we look onto the biggest gainers of this race, your biggest gainer is Shermanator, MC Squad, Rella and Steely. Of course, that guy and Jack also swapping places for the lead of the Grand Prix. Of course, Jack looking to extend his championship lead to Steely. Going into the rest of the season, of course, we are halfway through season 11 as it currently stands, so he has got a number of races left to push on and try and win his first championship in IIRL. As the battle for P5 as well also heating up, as well as the battle for the final podium. Steely does have a 3-second time penalty, but FFinsicc will be looking at getting past with the 1 lap younger tyres. KMK getting past Rella with the use of the drag reduction system, as that is Rella coming into the pit lane for his first pit stop of the race, I believe. We'll see what strategy he goes on to. KMK very, very close to the rear axle of MC Squad. Let's see if he is lining up for a move. Maybe at the end of the DRS straight, as Mark gets past Rella in the pit lane. And KMK now getting past MC Squad with the use of the drag reduction system. That is a lovely overtake in his progress. That has got to be another warning there for KMK. Surely he has not gotten away with that. FFinsicc and Steely fighting it out for was a lovely switchback move there from FFinsicc, who's not able to make the move done there. Is he going to get the move done now? He is going to get the move done. And that puts himself into P3 on track. He was already P3 because of Steely's penalty, net P3 because of Steely's penalty. But he is now overtaken in 4th position. So FFinsicc will now look to push on to Jack, who is looking to catch up to that guy who is not yet pit in this race, as he did start on the hards. And as I was saying about KMK penalties, he's got himself another 3-second time penalty in this race, so that will severely affect his race result. Hopefully not by too much, but we will have to wait and see till the end of the race. As MC Squad and Padge are fighting out, Padge making a move with the drag reduction system. Padge now on those fresh hard compounds. We've got a yellow flag in the back. That is Shermanator. Shermanator is unfortunately round, with Shermanator having pit on those tyres 5 laps ago, as he is in the wall, and that is very unfortunate. That is a VSC. That is a VSC in this race. Shermanator has no front wing. Shermanator having an unfortunate day, as MC Squad will take that opportunity and use it to pit. That is our first technical safety car of sorts in this race, but that will lower everyone's speed by, I think it's 25%. Honestly, don't quote me. Is yeah, Dton getting past MC Squad, who has pit. He pits onto the mediums, so he's doing a hard, medium, hard, because those hard medium tyres will not go to the end of this race. As MC Squad will come out in P10, as Shermanator will come into the pits to replace that front wing. We'll have to wait and see till we see when the safety car ends. It might be looking to start. It might be ending now. It's ended now. You can tell by the fact that Shermanator had, not Shermanator, that guy had backed off just to give himself a little boost. There he is. That gap has actually fallen. Oh, big slide for that guy. That guy struggling on those hard compound tyres. So Jack, with that VSE, Jack has been able to catch up 7.5, well, 7.5 seconds as it currently stands. Go back to the battle for P9. MC Squad getting past Mink, as Mink is the one with DRS, but that is not going to stop MC Squad as they go side by side, as Mink getting a 3-second time penalty as well. Rella looking at overtaking MC Squad as well. So the Red Bull team looking like no team orders here tonight. And that is going to be MC Squad keeping the position. That's a car in the wall somewhere. There's a collision with the wall, if you can hear that nudge. Jack is now at 5.6 seconds in his catch up to that guy. That guy severely looking like those tyres are going off. I don't know how long he is planning to go on those tyres, but he is currently still leading the way. Go back to the battle for P8. KMK setting the fastest lap of this race. So he is pushing on and will be looking to overtake Steely within the next couple of laps. Nobody able to make any progress, as maybe Rella might look for a move. And he is not going to as of yet. Padge is fighting Leanshow, so we'll see if Padge can get any which way closer to overtaking Leanshow. He's within DRS and they're on the same tyre life, so we will have to see, as that guy is now 4 seconds back, as there is a battle in the back. MC Squad managing to get past Dton. Very lovely overtake there. Might actually allow Rella to have a look in this battle for P8, as it does seem as though MC Squad is pushing away. Dton just within DRS, so he will get DRS this lap. That is going to keep Rella behind him for now, as it might have been another warning there for Dton. As Mink does come into the pit lane for another pit stop, probably for the hard compounded tyres. As that will allow Alex to get through for P12. That guy still hasn't come in. Wow, that was a very deep hairpin for that guy. That guy severely struggling as Mark gets a 3-second time penalty. Surely this has got to be that guy's in lap. That guy surely must be coming in this lap. He's lost so much time to Jack here. As he continues on, is that guy hoping for a safety car? Maybe. Is he maybe hoping for a safety car as KMK now gets past Steely? Of course, there were safety cars in both races in No Assist and 81 this week, but we have only had a VSC as of yet. As Padge, does get past Leanshow, and those two having a lovely battle for P6. As Willow coming into my ear, he can be the man on. He can be Ted Kravitz. As Willow saying that the one stop is possible. As that guy, sorry, I did get disconnected from my audio, and we did miss that. Unfortunately, that guy has now been passed by Jack. As that guy does go very deep again, so surely, as Willow saying that guy might be looking to box in maybe 2-3 laps time, just to see that he can do the one stop. As he continues on for now, FFinsicc will now be eating up this opportunity as Leanshow gets back past Padge with DRS. But is FFinsicc going to make it anywhere close to that guy yet? As that guy is severely struggling in his old tyres. Maybe the McLaren team doesn't want him in yet, and FFinsicc has much better grip on those old tyres that he quite easily gets past that guy. As Shermlater gets a 3-second time penalty as well. That'll push him up to 6, I believe. So current time penalties, that guy on 3, KMK on 6, Steely on 10 after speeding the pit lane, Dton on 3, Mark on 3, Alex on 6, Mink on 6, and Shermlater on 6 seconds as well. Mark coming into the pit lane as I talk about him. And as we said, FFinsicc did get past that guy. Let's see, Mark comes out in the battle between Mink and Shermlater. Let's see, as that guy's got a 10-second time penalty. He's gonna do the one stop, but he's got the 10-second time penalty to go with it. Padge now, that severely affects his race. That could cost him a chance at a win here. That time penalty has maybe just allowed Jack and FFinsicc to be your favourites to win this race. As that is a very good point. Willow has just come on and said that guy has pit for another set of hards, which is true. So that guy will have to pit again. As Padge gets a 3-second time penalty now. So that guy with the 10-second time penalty, he will serve it as a yellow flag there. Shermlater out. And there is a safety car. That is a safety car for this race. Shermlater has gone into the wall of champions. And that is a safety car. That will really frustrate that guy. It was a lap later than he pitted. That is so unfortunate for that guy. It saves him, but at the same time, if he had just waited one lap longer, as everyone will now come to pit. Steely will serve his 10-second time penalty. And so will that guy. So, wow. FFinsicc pitting for mediums. KMK pitting for mediums. Leanshow pitting for mediums. Padge hard. Steely hard. That guy is also hard. Well, he's coming into the pit again. He might change it. Well, that guy will have to pit for the mediums. Apologies. That guy will have to pit for the mediums. Oh, everyone has come into the pits. As Willow saying, interesting mix-up. In my personal opinion, I believe the drivers on the hards have made the right decision. Because, like, as we have seen earlier in this race, the softs do start to struggle. The mediums do start to struggle after about 6 laps. As Mink has got a 10-second time penalty coming into the pit lane. That is very unfortunate for him, but luckily it's a safety car, so we can serve it in this safety car, if that makes sense. He is on an old set of hards, but he will be able to serve it. But that has thrown a real spanner in the works here. We'll have to see how this affects the race. Maybe Padge will be looking on for a podium this week. Maybe even Steely could easily make ground. We will have to wait and see as we wait for everyone to catch up to the safety car. But that has thrown a real spanner into the works. As you can see, MC Squad doing a hard medium. Yeah, everyone has done their selected strategies now. MC Squad is the only one on a 1-stop, funnily enough, which, if he can pull that off, I will be very impressed, especially on those medium tyres are already 8 laps old. They are going to be screaming out for help in a couple of laps, so I wouldn't be shocked if he pits very soon. And C will not be looking to get held in any way, shape or form by him in his run towards Jack, who is going to be leading the safety car restart when we do get underway. What? MC Squad has got past Padge in the safety. What? What's happened there? What has happened there? MC Squad has got past Padge under safety car. Maybe Padge is moving around quite a bit, so maybe that's as Padge is round. No, Padge. Oh wait, Padge is all over the shop. That is very unfortunate for Padge. He was having such a good race as well. That is so unfortunate for Padge, and he has now fallen to the P10 in this race, as Mink does come in to serve that 10 second, and he goes on to a set of mediums as well, so it's 4-lap old mediums as well. So Mink might even struggle to make it to the end as is, but we'll wait and see. There's still got plenty of time left in this race. Anything can happen, as the safety car is in this lap, so Mink will be unable to catch up to the safety car unless he teleports. But Jack will be leading the way from this restart. See, as the safety car does zoom off into the distance. Zoom in. Mink getting a 3-second time penalty, trying to catch up, as Padge and Marker also swapping places in the pit lane. Very interesting as stuff is going on. But back with the restart, Jack is now gone. Jack has legged it. He's legged it. It's a very ideal restart for Jack. However, FFinsicc will be looking to get an overtake done as soon as he can on those medium compound tyres. We'll have to see if he can produce an overtake. He's got 10 laps left in this race. Do not go anywhere. It does seem as though Padge did get a poor restart, so he is fallen out of DRS range to that guy who is currently P9. Steely is P6 and swapped places. He's currently P5 as MC Squad now gets past as Dton will now look to pass MC Squad as well. This lovely overtake there as Rella will have a look around the outside. There's contact there between MC Squad and Rella that could potentially be looked at the stewards at the end of this race. MC Squad now is falling to the back of the grid, unfortunately for him. Me and Willow are your stewards for assist tier 2, so any incidents that get reported will be reported in, and we will take a look at those and get them done as soon as possible. FFinsicc with a lovely corner, a lovely final corner there. Will he look at overtaking Jack? DRS has now been enabled, and he will have a look. Very nice battling between the two. FFinsicc will be very much looking for a move, but it might be KMK looking for a move on FFinsicc rather than FFinsicc getting past Jack. This is all still very much to play for with 9 laps to go. Do not go anywhere. Do not adjust your box sets. As Rella has unfortunately been kicked out of his car again, so his car will be running in ghost mode as we will try and get him back as soon as possible. As Alex has got a 3-second time penalty as well. FFinsicc, is he going to look at overtaking Jack? He does have the drag reduction system open. It will give him like a bit of touching there between the wheels as FFinsicc gets past Jack, and he will. In fact, KMK also getting past Jack. It might, Jack having to concede the position to KMK. That's not what he would have wanted, but Jack is playing the long game here. He will have the butted tyres come to the end. Padge getting past the ghost car of Rella. KMK getting a 3-second time penalty. No! As MC Squad has pitted for the softs, trying to get the fastest lap. We do not offer a point for the fastest lap in IRL, so this is just for bragging rights. FFinsicc getting a 3-second time penalty. Let's put Jack back into the net lead of this race. Wow. Okay. So Jack is currently running in net lead because of that 3-second time penalty that FFinsicc has just had with 7 laps to go. Steely will be looking to catch up to Leanshow. He's got 2.2 seconds to try and catch up, but it's going to be a struggle. They all do have DRS and they're all working off each other. We'll have to see how this plays out. Steely is, as expected, Steely without DRS will struggle. But as soon as those medium tyres start to struggle, Steely will be starting to make ground in the corners. But Jack will know that to win this race, he doesn't actually have. All Jack needs to do to win this race is stop Leanshow from overtaking him as it currently stands. As it currently stands, Leanshow is out of DRS from Jack now. So Jack will be but is he going to be, I think he's just going to be out of it. Yeah, Leanshow is just out of DRS here. The DRS detection point is before the corner. Yeah, it's actually way before the corner. I thought it was. Okay. So, FFinsicc and KMK not looking to fight as it currently stands. As there are two cars, Padge and that guy have gone straight on. That guy coming into the pits now off his medium tyre. So maybe that guy's got yeah, that guy has damage. So that guy's having a wing replacement. So that puts him out of any sort of contention for this race unless there's a late race safety car. And maybe it looks like Padge was on the outside and that guy was coming into the pits. Maybe something like that. We'll have to maybe see if anything gets put into the stewards after this race. Back up to the front of the grid now, but Steely has fallen as the MC squad does get the fastest lap of this race. And he will get past Mink as Padge gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And it's unfortunate for him, but he had a very interesting safety car. It's been very, very unfortunate for him. But it's still going to be a fairly decent result nonetheless. Not as much as he would have wanted, as Jack getting very, very close to the Wall of Champions there. He's not yet a Wall of Champions, but he is currently leading the Drivers' Championship. So he is looking to be one by the end of the season. As the other battles we have on track is Padge in the battle with Mark for P8, who is also in battle for P7 with Rella. So Rella almost a bit of contact there with the wall, I believe, from Rella. There's not any warnings. We'll have to see if Jack is going to attempt at making an overtake on KMK. KMK is yellow flag there in sector 1. That is Mink. And there's a safety car. Mink has gone round. He must have lost his wing. That has brought out a safety car, which will come in on lap 33 because... And KMK's got a drive-through! What? What? And FFinsicc has carried on. That's really... FFinsicc, Jack, and Leanshow have all carried on. KMK is pit. Steely is pit. He's getting in front wing. This is going to be a 3-lap sprint to the end of this race. That will be... Willow, that will make it 1 VSC and 2 safety cars, I think. So we've had 2 safety cars and 1 VSC. Yeah, Willow's saying that Steely and Rella are in the box seat for this win. Willow, make up your mind. Who's in the box seat? As it currently stands, I believe that if Steely and Rella can make up their places quickly, then they will be in the box seat. However, it might be looking like a Jack race win, as it currently stands, because they're going to have two racing laps at the end of this, because the safety car will be forced in on lap 33, because the way this world works is there needs to be at least 2 racing laps. Alex is P4. If he unfortunately has a 12 seconds worth of penalties, unfortunately, so it will not be, as KMK has retired in the pit lane with the drive-through. Current time penalties. FFinsicc is on 3. Alex is on 12. Dton is on 3. Mark is on 3. Padge is on 6. That guy is also on 3, and Mink is on 9 seconds of penalties. So, unfortunately, whilst it's not looking like an Alex podium, it is still a race that Alex can be very, very proud of from being in this position. But what is going to happen, if I knew, I would tell you. I have absolutely no clue what is going to happen in these last 2 racing laps. As Mink is round as well. Mink coming into the pit lane as he has broken his front wing. As Mink is retired and safety... Actually, I was wrong. Safety car is in this lap. Good evening, Mick Meyer. Welcome on into the stream. We have a 3-lap sprint to the end of this Canadian Grand Prix. So it is going to be an absolute monumental one. I hope you're very, very well, my friend. Welcome on in. FFinsicc is going to be leading out the way. And Mink is saying that he doesn't like Canada anymore. FFinsicc, when he will go. When will he go? So safety car is now in the pit lane. It is going to be a wait. Is Jack going to get a better start? A better restart? FFinsicc still waiting. It's been a very slow race where this anticipation is killing me. And that's a very... As MC Squad gets a 3-second time penalty, it's a very interesting restart there from FFinsicc. It has caused some movements in the back. Padge is out the back. That guy and MC Squad all fighting for position. Dton got past Alex. So Dton looking for a good result here. The Steely now gets past Alex as well. As Mick Meyer saying that there might be some issues with the final corners. We can see our drivers have been struggling with them all race. So we'll have to see. But with the 2 races left, I think it is going to be a very big struggle for anyone to catch up to FFinsicc. Rella is looking for a move around the outside of Dton, but in the process gets overtaken by Steely, who now is looking at the re-overtake. Dton gets past Leanshow with those soft tyres, so Dton, whilst he has a 3-second time penalty, he will be on the net. But Leanshow gets a 3-second time penalty. Leanshow getting a 3-second time penalty, so that will push Steely up into P3. I think. Don't quote me, but I think that pushes Steely up to P3. I don't think he's close enough to FFinsicc to get P2. But Steely will be looking for a way through to try and catch back up to Jack. Leanshow does go straight on. So that will allow Steely through. And Rella's going to have a look for a move down the inside. That's a lovely move from Rella. Yeah, Willow's saying P2. It would be P2 for Steely as it currently stands. But I think now it's actually, yeah, P2 for Steely. If he can carry this on those soft tyres. Looking at dying very quickly. Padge getting past Alex. And Alex has unfortunately gone straight on at turn 6-7. The 6-7 chicane. Can't believe I just said that. Anyway, we now get on to our final lap of this race. Mink, you have caused an absolutely wonderful final lap to this race. Who is going to win? Dton getting past Jack. If there's contact there between Jack, will that allow Steely to get through? Steely will be looking for a move. Rella's going to be looking. Steely goes for a move around the inside. The 2 championship rivals going at it. Big contact there, but it's all fake. Contact between the 2. Contact. And that's going to allow Rella through. They're going 3 wide into turn 3. Contact. Rella's got a 3-second time penalty. He might be able to get that removed if he gets his safety car in. But Steely is not close enough to Jack to make a move. So whilst it is looking like Jack is going to win this race, unless Steely can do something about it down, Jack is running out of battery. Padge gets past Leanshow. I honestly don't know who's going to finish where. As a move around the attempt to move around the outside from Mark, he's not able to get it done. But who is going to finish where? Is Steely? Steely is close enough to Jack to where he wants to make a move. Dton will go through for the net lead. He will unfortunately not finish there. Steely's got past Jack. Steely has got past his championship rival. So Steely will win this race. Unless it's Dton! Dton for the win! Dton has won the Canadian Grand Prix! Steve, what? Oh, what? I didn't see the gap at the end of it. I didn't see the gap. I didn't realise there was a 6/10 gap between Steely and FFinsicc, between Dton and what has just happened? As Dton is handing out copies of this wonderful world to people, and it seems that Willow's saying that the Jack fighting with Steely, Jack fighting has cost him the win. But there will be P2 for Steely and P3 for Jack. That is big in the championship. That will be a 2-point gain from FFinsicc. No, from my words. My words have gone. But that is the end of this amazing Canadian Grand Prix. Dton winning the race. Steely P2, Jack P3, FFinsicc P4, Redder P5, Leanshow P6, Mark P7, that guy P8, Padge P9, MC Squad P10, Alex P12, Mink, KMK, Showmater, and Shawarma being your DNFs. And also MC Squad, congratulations for getting your fast lap. You get bragging rights. But what a absolute race and a half there from absolute chaos. Honestly, what a race. And Dton coming from P13 to win. He chose the right strategy at the end, and he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a lovely result for him. And it is... Dton, is that your first race win? I'm not 100%... Oh, no, you've won races. I remember that Monaco race we had. Yeah. That was your second race win. Wow. Congratulations. And that would have been since season 6 or 5, wouldn't it? Because it would have been Monaco, your first race win as well. So Dton has won his second race ever in IRL. It's a return to the top step of the podium for him. Steely crossing the line in P2. And who got P3? I honestly cannot remember. That was bonkers. That was bonkers into the race. I am struggling for words. I am absolutely gobsmacked at that. That is one of the best races of this season, without a shadow of a doubt. But that is absolutely chaos. And that is going to be it. But I am going to decide the driver of the day. That will be up in the Discord. Of course, if you are watching this on YouTube and you liked what you saw, there will be an invite link to the Discord in the description, and probably there will be links to our socials as well, where you can also get links to the Discord if you would like to join this league. And if you're watching on Twitch as well, we can get you one as well. Yeah, Johnny B, welcome in. I say welcome in at the end. Thank you very much for the 14 months as well. But yeah, 82 always delivers. It's unfortunate me and Johnny B are no longer in it. Of course, Johnny B is a former 82 champion, but wow, just wow. Okay, I'm going to go to decide the driver of the day. Next week, it is China. So me and Willow will be back for China next week. Then you will have on Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. BST, I think we're in now. Honestly, ain't got a clue. But 7:30 p.m. UK time will be the no assist race, which will be hosted by Alex and David. They will also be back on Thursday for the 8 assist tier 1 race around China. And then me and Willow, if he is available, will be back for the 82 race around China next week. But keep an eye out in the Discord for clips of the race and absolute chaos. But I'm pretty sure I know who I'm going to give Driver of the Day to. But keep an eye out in the Discord, and me and Willow will be back next week. Good